now is the part of the scariness. So let me just get cleaned up here, and I'm gonna get ready for the actual lip sewn. Okay, so right now I will begin the mouth part of this makeup tutorial. So right here I have my liquid latex. Let me just tell you what you're gonna need.
You're gonna need a couple pieces of tissue paper, some cotton balls, and some string, and you're also gonna need some black eyeliner or black paint of any type, and some fake blood.
So let's just get started in this tutorial right now. Alrighty, so first I'm gonna open up my liquid latex, and I'm gonna take my wedge, and I'm gonna put the biggest side on the bottom and make a perimeter around your mouth of what you're gonna do, or like what area you're gonna put everything in. And this doesn't have to be perfect. So next, since this is tacky right now, you're gonna take your tissue paper and, well, toilet paper, and you know how there's 2 layers to it? You pull off one of the layers like this, so it's really thin, and I like to pull mine in half, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm just gonna lay it on top, and right here I'm gonna have to switch over to voiceover because I obviously can't talk while I'm doing this. Okay, so once you have your tissue paper torn in half, you're just gonna lay it over top of the latex that you just put around your mouth, and then you're just gonna pile the liquid latex over top of that so the edges really combine with your skin, and you want to make it as much of a seamless blend as you can get it. So that's what I'm doing here. Sometimes it will lift up because it's such a thin piece of toilet paper and the latex is like a thicker substance, so that's okay if that happens, but you just want to keep adding layers to it until you get to the desired thickness. So right here, I'm showing you that I'm just taking the full 2 layers of the toilet paper, and now I'm going to start building that because I found out when I was doing it earlier with the thinner pieces, it would take many, many layers to do it with the thin pieces. So that's why I just started doing it with the regular thickness of the toilet paper. So now you're just going to do the exact same thing, and you're just going to keep layering the latex and layering each piece of toilet paper in between. Okay, so now is the part that we start making it really thick. So I'm just taking a cotton ball and I'm really gently tearing it so it becomes longer, and now you're just gonna lay this over where your lips are to like the end of your mouth area of where you want it to end, and now you're just gonna keep packing the latex on top of it. And it is a little tricky because the cotton balls are like hair-like, so the sponge that I'm applying the latex with is gonna stick to it, but once you just start working with it, it gets easier. So now right here, I'm just ripping the cotton ball in half because I want it more precise. I just want it right over the lips because I want that to be a thick part. So when we cut into it, it looks like an actual lip thickness instead of the whole thing being the lip thickness. So now I'm just doing the same thing as I was earlier. So right here is where I'm going to start covering it up with my foundation, but I had this fully dry, all of the latex dry before I started putting the foundation, and I'm just using my regular foundation. This is a thicker foundation. It's my Maybelline Mousse foundation, and I am just putting that all over it, and you want to make sure it really is going to blend with it, so I focus a lot of it on the edges also, and I'm going in with my Real Techniques sponge first, and then now I'm going in with a brush that I can pack more and more product into certain areas with, so you can just keep doing that until you get it the way that you like it. So right here, I'm just picking up the same blush that I used on my face, and I'm just putting a tiny bit of that just to give it a more flesh color, since there's obviously pink in your flesh, and I mean your skin. Why am I saying flesh? And then I'm just taking a little bit of my contour and just putting a little bit of that on top, and then I'm just setting it with my Airspun loose face powder. So here is where the fun begins. You're going to take your scissors, and these can be nail scissors or anything like that, just small scissors. You want them really sharp, and you're just going to make a hole in one corner or like the middle or wherever you want to, and you're just going to cut a line across that from where you made the hole. It's kind of hard to explain. It's better to watch what I'm doing, and you're just gonna make like the lip form, and that looks really creepy. I know, I'm sorry, but it's so funny too. But yeah, you just watch what I'm doing and hopefully you'll understand. So here's where I'm gonna make lips out of the line that I just made, and pretty much you're just gonna cut a little bit of excess off on top and below the line. My e.l.f. eyeliner on a brush and fill in side. So now I'm going to thread the strings throughout the holes that I just made in my mouth.